All right, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and other Democrats unveiling their radical, extreme Green New Deal today to address what she calls catastrophic climate change. The world's going to end in 12 years. Oscario, I'm calling her. Anyway, here to get the latest on whether this is the right decision based on the right science. He's the Competitive Enterprise Institute Senior Fellow, Christopher Horner, weatherbell.com Chief Meteorologist, our friend Joe Bastardi. Okay, Chris, let's start with you. You've written a number of books on the subject. If we're going to demand every business and house in the country be rebuilt, if we're going to offer free college, free housing, free health care, free retirement, free, everything's free. And the reasoning is the Earth's going to end in 12 years, so we'll do this in 10 years with only 2 years to benefit from it. That's going to cost trillions and trillions and destroy capitalism, the energy, healthcare industries, and so many others. Good idea?
Right, because it's worked not in those places President Obama used to tell us to look to see how it would work out when he tried baby steps toward this wrenching transformation of society, as Al Gore called it. We used to be the only ones not doing it. Now we're told, well, we'll be the first. You'll see this plan opens with the alarmist liturgy, but then it reels off page after page of what you noted, this progressive boilerplate about guaranteed income and so on for those unwilling to work. There's no mention of a climate impact. There's no mention of a change in temperature, which is the flag it sails in under, but there's no one who actually claims it would impact the climate. This is about the fundamental transformation. You'll see in the Washington Post tomorrow a scathing editorial pointing out that you're trashing the enterprise of the climate industry here by going off on your massive project. Meanwhile, they claim it would cure these social ills. It would exacerate badly all of them through energy poverty.
The 1970s,
killing jobs, energy poverty, and so on.
Joe, the 70s was the nice new ice age is coming. Then global warming. The Earth has the temperature, and it's going to explode in a number of years that passed already. Now we just say climate change, but it's really predicated on what? A battle against capitalism, that the premise that man on Earth is pillaging the planet for profit?
Well, first of all, H.L. Mencken, who was a Democrat, said it correctly. The urge to save humanity is almost always a false face for the urge to rule it. And I think that's what you're seeing here today. What gets me is, and I wrote a book on it, as you know, Sean, you're dragging the majesty of the creation, weather, climate, all these things I've loved since I was a kid, being dragged through the mud. It's the weaponization of weather, the weaponization of climate, the idea that the average person doesn't know what happened in the 70s or the 30s or the 40s or the 50s, like people like me. What they do is they simply take advantage of it. And, you know, I almost have to laugh at it now because you would have to sell your soul to that world to understand that world. And that's exactly what's going on here. It's really not that much. Look, I understand the CO2 feedback argument, but the oceans have 99.9% of the heat capacity of the entire system. If the ocean's cyclically warm, the air cyclically warms. When the ocean's cool, the air will cool.
Well, the last thing I got to say this, Joe.
It's a pretty simple relationship.
You know every storm. You have studied weather. And, Chris, you have studied this. People need to pay attention a little bit to what you're saying. Thank you both.